And then D flat, sus.
I mean, I remember like trying to learn music from a pretty early age. That I was outside my parents' house and I was trying to learn to whistle tunes that I knew and trying to get the pitches right.
I remember when I was like 5 or something, I had a lot of vinyls at home with the children's stories, and I learned all the songs. And it's really hard for a child in the beginning because you don't feel like you play something that's music.
And I don't know how old I've been, but that's quite clear in my memory that I was trying to learn some tunes and ask my mom whether she could recognize what this tune was. And well, after a while she started to recognize. In the beginning she was just kind, I think.
So it's important, rain out, and there begins immediately, no gaps. You know, it's like a trance. Like, you know, get into it. Yeah, there are so many ways to do it. We can also start abstract and getting towards into the harmonies. I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. We play from the start without repetition and go directly to twice, and then, you know, in the end, in the chaos in the end, maybe we join you, so it's gonna be really collectively screaming chaos.
Yeah.
And then we land on D.
It's a weird thing. It's kind of like you want everyone to be open to what how the music happens, but you want their personality to be strong.
It's a very good tool that it creates something that it'd be impossible to write as composition, developed as a language in music, and it's really, and people seldom think about it that way. It also made the band, even a big band, we have to communicate very well.
So even if they're totally, like before they play their first note, they're not sure what the sound is going to be like, the tempo or anything. Once they start to play, they have some kind of leadership, and they direct the music in some way, not like individually, but collectively everyone kind of directs the music. It's just a kind of series of coincidences that ended up with me playing jazz. So my dad bought me a book of jazz piano solos, which was all written out, no improvisation, but I ended up playing that, and then I learned how to read the chords, and just the kind of excitement of being able to make up stuff as you go along and not get criticised for not playing it exactly right was fun. So I just like not being able to get away with stuff, you know. And no one can say whether it's right or wrong.
Solo also, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can improvise on that 4-bar ending also, whatever, not with lyrics or with lyrics if you want, but you can sing something also there. Improvise on that, especially when drum solo. You can play a little bit more, but basically those notes, but
yeah, that would be nice.
So you're
like changing the colors there.
Which in the
and vocals,
like it's the same material as this, but only major second down.
Maria, you can also sing some really weird notes, some dissonant notes on that ending. Because if they stay on those two notes, so you can kind of go really close to those and kind of venyttää. Venyttää.
Venitta.
Venittää.
Stretch.
Stretch.
Yeah.
Kind of that. Make a special effects with your voice.
Okay.
I think that sometimes music can, when it's hard, you know, and when you're learning something, it can be not painful, but it can be hard to accept that you're not immediately good at it. It can be hard to. Yeah. It can be hard to study it, I think. But I guess that would be true for a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's the thing when I feel when you're taking education in music, you get really overwhelmed with a lot of information all the time. So it's kind of patient. To be patient, that can be really hard. There's a problem with me actually.
I think you have to. Maybe for some people it comes just very natural. If you haven't been into a school system where people told you to do this and this and this, maybe you'll just find your own ways, like without thinking about it. But if you're in a school system, I think you have to be aware of that you don't just do what the teacher told you, like to learn this lick or use this scale every time or use this voicing. That you have to take some decisions and find out what you like yourself.
When you master something, that's really a great feeling. You can just play and don't think.
It sounded almost great. I think the 3/4 part, you don't agree quite, or you're a little bit.
Do it again, then I think.
Yeah, let's try it again. And I think you should really be active on that 3/4, even though it. No.
So it was hard.
Yeah, and then Andreas, in the last part, you could maybe help them by making beautiful sounds on the last. So I think the first step for you is to do that.
Yeah, well, I have to get to know the melody before that. Or we, I guess so.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
No, I think it's just to throw yourself into it.
expressing yourself in a way that's not verbal, not social. It can be social, of course, in jazz it very often is social. It's been a constant source of emotional outlet for me in my life. So
when playing music and practicing it's kind of a state where you dive deep into something, and that's quite good for my brain at least to really feel relaxed as a human being. And you can be without music, I guess I would be really frustrated, I guess, in that kind of sense.
For me, like, music can be, well, is most of the time when I listen to music is very meditative, and even like really crazy far out free jazz can really relax me for some reason. It's both very individual how you react to certain kinds of music, but I think that most people do react in some way.
I see it still as a little bit of a hobby, actually, because hobby is usually fun and music is fun, so I still see it as a kind of it's a thing I like to do.
Jazz is a very creative genre. You have a lot of freedom musically and as an artist, if you will. I guess that's...
But what's great is that you get these different combinations of singers and free jazz players and more kind of standard contemporary and straight ahead players all coming together and making some sometimes bizarre music.
So then it's basically a jam where you have a little preparation with this tune, but a lot of things probably goes wrong, and but it's quite nice just to go there and just do it, and it's the same for everyone.
I mean, it's almost like deconstructing the music in different ways, so which I like. I think it's fun because you get to. I don't think many musicians get to do it very often, and lots of the times, even the teachers when they come here, I see them laughing, and I don't think that I often see musicians laughing about music.
And everybody expresses. We try to do our own language, musical language.
Changing music musically, that's have never been my wishes. So you play and you see what happens. It may have to come from joy. If you're thinking about changing music, you're not gonna change it.
It's a continuous process of refining what you think, but you just kind of try and appreciate things on its own terms, and then eventually, if you have enough passion for the music and you choose wisely, then you'll end up with a playing style that you can actually enjoy.
it's quite difficult to find your very own voice. It's maybe more about taking things you like from different artists, musicians, genres, whatever, and taking the things you like and put the things together in a new way. And by doing that, you create something new.
I really just wanted to study jazz. It wasn't even a choice. It was the only thing I wanted to do.